All right, Libra, welcome to May 2024. Can you believe it? I hope you're doing great. Hope everybody is well. Let's see what the reading wants to bring. In the extended, I will be talking you through the astrology of May as it relates to your sign. The key word here, I was just reviewing it. The key word here for you for May is intimacy. All right, so just put a pin in that. We'll talk about that later, but let's see what wants to come through in the reading. It might show up in the reading, it may not. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around any energies that are here. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I gave my Pathfinders an assignment to go find a reading that scared them, regardless of the zodiac sign. And one of the things that they reported back pretty consistently is that there was some new levels of healing to watch those readings. So if you're watching this and you're not a Libra and you think you're cross-watching, there still may be something here for you, even though we're not channeling necessarily anyone else but Libra today, but let's see where we go. Magic, Divine Feminine. Don't forget you have everything in your chart, just not as loud as the other signs. Trust, Divinity. Air. All right, there's Libra. So what I mean by that is you have all 12 zodiac signs in your birth chart. Not every single one of them has a planet there, but the planet that rules the sign that's there is there. Okay, there's an energy, it's like a background noise or background program that's playing in that house. So if you have Libra, let's say you have Libra rising, that means you have Venus energy to your first house. Okay, so just know you have everything, and some things are louder than others, as we talk about all the time. Okay, so this is kind of a beautiful reading. I am feeling that this trust energy, this is something you have overcome, some kind of lack of trust. And really, it was a lack of trust in yourself. You've noticed and you've embraced and you've expanded because you are aware of your own divinity, not in an ego kind of way, but more in a way of humble. Okay, a humble kind of like, wow, I am divinity in the universe. We all are divinity in the universe. That brings compassion, and that brings self-love, brings self-compassion. This air sign, there's air signs here. You could be dealing with another air sign, or that could just be you like fulfilling your some kind of justice, because you are Libra, fulfilling some kind of justice, some kind of communication, doing communication better, or your brain or how your brain is working is better because of this trust and this humble nature now. Okay, so some of you have really been challenged with that over the years, and it can be about self-esteem, like not really, oh, I'm divinity, what are you talking about? Like that can feel a little bit like ego, but to embrace it in a humble way is a different vibe, a higher vibe. Now, what's underneath here is divine, feminine, and magic. So there's definitely, I'm speaking most definitely at least to a divine, feminine collective here on this Libra reading. There's something about tapping into that divine, feminine energy and allowing, receiving love, receiving messages, information, because you're actually trusting yourself. You're trusting yourself more. You're able to then make decisions because you trust yourself more. And that is a higher level of self-esteem, to be sure. To be sure. All right, so let's check out what's going on with the tarot. Let me do this a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see. So underneath is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. Oh, 8 of Swords, the World. Wow. The King of Wands. I have been seeing this coming in. 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands. Look at that Devil energy and the death of that, bringing about the Sun. Okay. So some of you have had disappointing commitments in the past, but you haven't really seen how those experiences can bring trust. Maybe it just bred mistrust in you. But the actual story is like, that is over. These things are over. You can go back into them. It's like a scary dream. You can go back into them. It's not going to hurt you right now. In fact, if you're still living the reality of what you went through, if you're still unwilling to go deeper into what made that choice, or how you made that choice to choose maybe a narcissist in the past, or an addict, or someone who cheats, or something like that. If you're refusing to look at that, you're missing out, because that is going to help your intuition. It's going to help you choose better in the future. And that is what timelines are all about. Making different choices. If we make the same choices, we get the same result. And there's a lot of us who align with stories around trying to choose the same type of person because it reminds us of somebody from our childhood or past life karma. We choose the same kind of person over and over again and expect a different result. People can change, but you can't make them change. I don't care how loving you are, you can't make them change. It has to be their decision. So all of that in the past, right? Choosing people who are toxic or addicts or whatever, just, in an unconscious way. That is coming to a close. You are going to have another person very quickly in front of you. This is what is happening. It's like you're receiving, remember that divine feminine energy? You're receiving this King of Wands. And these could have been the result of an unconscious way in the past, either people pleasing or just blocking people, just not making yourself available for love or something like that. That is a pattern that is ending, right? This is a thing that's kept you stuck, and this is over. It's over. All right. That pattern is over when you see your divinity and when you learn to trust. Okay. That feels pretty good to me. Judgment. Two of Swords. This has been trying to call you for a long time. There's a relationship or an opportunity that doesn't look like the ones in the past. And so you're not recognizing it as a real opportunity. Page of Swords. I feel like this person's going to keep trying, or the universe will keep sending you people to get you to see what the new direction is, because you've chosen differently. This is that concept of reality transurfing, that you're surfing potential. When you make the same choices, you have a sort of a trajectory, right, that you would go down if you make that same choice. You're not going to get a different result. You're going to go in that direction. But if you make different choices, even though you've, like, let's say you've made a choice, okay, another narcissist, made a choice, make a different choice when you're in it, than staying and trying to love them into healing, or than whatever you had been doing, make a different choice. If this is a new relationship that's coming in, which I feel like it is, instead of doing it the old way, challenge yourself to do things differently. Say your needs. No people pleasing. Whatever you've been doing, not doing it anymore. So, wow. 10 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, and the Magician. All right. There is Mercury. That's Gemini energy. This is Leo. I see Taurus. I see Scorpio. I see Capricorn. Lots of Leo. There's definitely something going on. I keep getting this message that this summer in the Northern Hemisphere, right around Lionsgate, there'll be a massive change. If you decide to do things differently now, if you see the reality of, okay, I made that choice and I have this kind of lens through which I believe I'm right about this. I believe that this person could just become the better version of themselves. I believe in all that. And they can. But it's not you that's doing it. It's them that's making the choice. Now, whatever reasons they have, maybe they do love you and they really want to make a decision differently. That's awesome. That's also change. That's also doing things differently. So there's gonna be some experience that shows up that really puts your self-love proclamation to the test. Some of you have been on your own for a long time, this Two of Swords, and now, and have done a lot of work on yourself, have done a lot of healing, have done a lot. If you're presented with a sort of blank slate, like you don't really know this person, or if you do, this person is not your typical, some of you can either miss that opportunity totally, like, well, that's not usually who I would choose. Or some of you can not really see them at all, or some of you can make the same decision again, right? To go down a road with a person and it's never worked. It's never worked. Like if this is a person from your past, it's never been able to work because you're making choices that are in your unhealthy way, right? So now it's like, okay, this person's coming back, if this is a person from the past, and you're like, I'm going to do things differently this time. Okay. Now, a couple things could happen. This person could just be that same person, and you float into your, your past self, your people-pleasing self. You just fall into those old storylines. Or you go, yeah, that's not for me. That's a different choice. Yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I don't think I want to do that. It's possible that change can happen with this person if there's a contract with you for you to say, no, this is really not for me. Then that can change the trajectory of this. So if you say to this person, you know what, I was hurt in the past by this. I'm not going to go down here again. This is what happened with us the last time. This is how it hurt. This is what I'm healing. This is what I'm making choices about now. That's empowerment. Now this person has a choice. Are they going to say, you're right, and walk away? Or are they going to say, I like that, and the karma is done? Which is it? Because I'm seeing the Strength card here and your truth. Really standing in the energy of your truth is the key to all healing. All right, Libra, that is for you, big time. And Gemini here is also about communicating. So in the extended, I will talk about Mercury is conjuncting Chiron in Aries, and that is a big deal. Mercury is now going direct at the end of this month, end of April, as I'm making this reading. And in the beginning of May, Mercury conjuncts Chiron. And so there's a facing of a truth that now is healed, or you're making choices based on a healed wound. And so things are going to turn out differently. Either that person goes away, or they're choosing to be different. Let's see where we go. All right. So let's continue on with this reading. I'll talk about the astrology more. Libra, this is for May 2024. Good going. I feel like you have really stepped into some new way of doing reality. I like it. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.